Per CBS Sports, there is a push within the building for the Texans to sign Jimmy Garoppolo and play him in 2023 while drafting a quarterback at some point in the first round with the plan to sit him for the year and grow. So there's a couple of ways to look at this. You could take it at face value, and you could 100% believe that the Houston Texans are going to sign Jimmy Garoppolo and make him their starting quarterback. Or this is the Texans trying to put more confusion in the air, given that they have the number 2 overall pick and the number 12 overall pick. And I think it's the latter. You bring in Jimmy Garoppolo maybe if you were thinking about drafting Anthony Richardson or something like that. But if you draft a young quarterback, if it's Bryce Young, you're putting the guy in right away, I would think, even with the concerns that you have about the offensive line. And I would say the same thing probably for C.J. Stroud out of Ohio State. But to go back to something we discussed earlier in the hour, the Bears general manager Ryan Poles being as, I think, aggressively open to the point that he sounds a little bit desperate, talking with anyone who will listen. Peter King, pardon my take, whatever sources he had that talked to Rich Eisen. It makes me feel like they're just posturing as hard as they can to try and drum up a perhaps non-existent market to trade up to that number 1 overall pick. And I think that this is a way of the Houston Texans saying, sure, go ahead. You want to get that number 1 overall pick off your hands? Have at it. We're not going to do it. And I imagine the Colts will play the same game. And I think the best play for any NFL GM, especially when you see some hard-of young guy who's in his second year who's saying, like, yeah, you're not going to rush me. Saying, like, okay, fine, we will wait you out. We will wait until you are desperate and you take less than you get. Because I don't think the Bears want to have that number 1 overall pick. They want to get more picks. And they have less leverage, I think, with that number 1 overall pick because of what's going on with Jalen Carter. I think some team's going to be willing to take Jalen Carter probably within the top 15 picks. But with the misdemeanor charge that's against him, our team's going to feel good taking him early when there already were those questions about character concerns. So things to keep in mind. Back to Anthony Richardson. Anthony Richardson, of course, blew everybody away at the NFL Combine with his unbelievable athletic performances. This is something, though, that I was not aware of. He pulls a bit of a Gisele Bündchen, the audio here courtesy of Big Sarge Sports, when asked about his completion percentage in college, which was 54%.
Well, I can definitely get better at delivering the ball and helping my guys out, but I can't also catch every pass. If I could, I would definitely. But, it's just helping guys out and helping guys help me. My completion percentage, some people say it's not great. I don't think it's great either. But, it's just growing as a quarterback. Not every year is going to be your best year.
It's a douchey thing to do to blame your wide receivers for not having the highest completion percentage, even if there were a lot of drops by the Gators. And guess what? There were lots of drops by the Florida Gators. Still, that's a douchey thing to do. Does that drop Anthony Richardson's draft stock in your eyes, Paul? Him being a douche canoe? When asked about his completion percentage, he did acknowledge that he was at fault there, but the first thing he said is, well, I can't catch the ball, too. Okay, Gisele Bündchen. My husband cannot throw and catch the ball. He can't do it. It's not possible.
Is she Mrs. Doubtfire?
I don't know. This is what women sound like, Sean Mapes.
Is that what Brazilian women sound like?
Yes, they sound just like this. What? They don't have an accent.
Was she also on Downton Abbey?
Does she have a... Did it sound like I had a British accent there?
It's just a very proper, like... It sounds... I don't know.
My wide receivers cannot throw and catch the ball. That's Anthony Richardson. It's a bad look. It's a bad look. That's really all I got on that one. That's not going to affect his draft stock. But I hate hearing that. I don't like hearing that. If you're a leader of your football team, you keep all of the criticism in-house. You do. And I know we would like guys to be more open and transparent, but if you're a leader of a football team, don't throw your guys under the bus. And here he is throwing his guys under the bus at the NFL Combine as he goes off to the NFL, and these guys are left in his wake.
It is funny, though, that it is a weird situation where you kind of have to, like, sell yourself. And so, like, oh, yeah, so you had 50-something% completion percentage. Like, what happened there? And he has to, like, well, I have to say some of it's my fault because taking accountability is good, but I also kind of have to make an excuse.
You can't make an excuse there. You just have to say you're going to get better. That's all you can do. That's really it.
But he has to sell himself. He has to be like, well,
But he did sell himself here.
You should have seen those guys I was throwing to.
It's such a douche move to do that. But here is Anthony Richardson saying he wants to be the best ever.
I want to be the best ever, the best quarterback ever, the best person ever, just the best overall. And I'm willing to do anything it takes to be that and achieve that. So that's why anything that wants me should get me.
Day after you get drafted, what are you doing?
I'm going straight to work.
There you go.
Straight to work. I can have fun on draft night, but the next day is straight business from that point forward.
I'm willing to do anything it takes to be the best quarterback ever, including throwing my teammates under the bus.
He said best quarterback and best person. Can we start having best person debates on sports radio?